What is up, my spectacular spider spy spectator spec powers here? You can call me Mr. Alfred Hitchcock fan or Mr. Rear Window fan because it is time for me to do another DVD movie review. And as I probably already indicated to you, I'm gonna do it on Rear Window, directed by the one and only Alfred Hitchcock, starring the one and only James Stewart. It was released in 1954. It was the highest grossing film of that year, by the way. And yeah, let's get on with it. So again, so here it goes. Here's James Stewart in his wheelchair and holding the camera, spying on the antagonist of the movie. Now, in case you're unsure, like what this movie is about, it's about a photographer played by James Stewart, and he's in a wheelchair, so he can't stand up or walk because his leg is broken. I think that's what happened. I forget. Was he paralyzed or was his leg broken? Either way, he couldn't. He he can't stand. He can't walk at that moment. So during the events this movie takes place in, so he all he can do is roll around in his wheelchair. He he looks at he observes the other people living in his apartment complex area in, I think it's set in Manhattan. I forget. Is it set in Manhattan or LA? Either way, it's set in a city, and it's like he looks at this one neighbor like who lives across from him at the complex, and he notices by his behavior he's acting suspicious. Like this neighbor has a girlfriend or a fiance or a wife, and he notices that the lady suddenly disappears, and he notices clues indicating that he may have murdered her. So he has to, like, he puts it all together that she's up to no good. So he and his character's girlfriend, played by the one and only Grace Kelly, who I only know for this movie. I'm sure she was in other movies, but I'm not as familiar with Grace Kelly. But yeah, like Grace Kelly played the girlfriend of James Stewart's character. They put it all together, and he's like, "Look, he's acting suspicious. That's a sign he killed that lady. We gotta call the police. We gotta get evidence, etc." And James Stewart he's really a hero in this movie. I think he's like one of my favorite movie heroes. This character, alongside Indiana Jones and James Bond and Ethan Hunt, etc. So again, here's the cover. Here's the side. And here's the back. Let me get a good view so I don't cover any things like, especially the bonus features. Yeah, it has some good bonus features. So it's truly a masterpiece. Especially since it was directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Like, it's arguably one of my favorite movies, alongside one of my favorite Hitchcock movies, like alongside Psycho. Like, Psycho's my favorite out of all the Hitchcock movies that were made. But if I had to choose a movie besides Psycho, I'd choose Rear Window without a doubt. North by Northwest is good. Even The Birds is good, and there are other movies that are good. I have yet to watch them, but I will watch them. I actually did a review on my DVD copy of Psycho from 1960, about 6 or 7 years ago at this point. I'll put the link to the video in the description below of this video. After I upload this movie at the time of this recording, I mean, I might forget to do it right away, but even if I do forget, if I do forget to do it right away, I'll do it eventually. You might, yeah, and yeah, check it out. Psycho's another good one. I totally recommend, in case you haven't seen that one either. There are a lot of one of the other things I really admire about this film is that there's a lot of intercutting, like POV. Like, for example, when James Stewart is observing the people, you see his face when he's looking at what he's looking at, and then it cuts to the shot showing his POV, what his eyes are looking at, and then it cuts back to his face and you see his reaction. Like it makes you feel like you're the person. It makes you feel suspense. Like that's what I love about Alfred Hitchcock's filmmaking style. He makes you feel like you're in the movie, like you're there, the character, in a way. And like, so yeah, like Alfred Hitchcock truly cared about this movie. No surprise that it's the highest grossing film of 1954. And like, yeah, it's a really good movie. Like, let's see what the summary thing here says. Directed by the master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window is an edge-of-your-seat classic starring two of Hollywood's most popular stars. When a professional photographer, James Stewart, is confined to a wheelchair with a broken leg. Okay, so he wasn't paralyzed, it was just a broken leg that caused him to be in the wheelchair. He becomes obsessed with watching the private dramas of his neighbors play out across the courtyard. When he suspects his neighbor of murdering his nagging wife, he enlists his socialite girlfriend, Grace Kelly, to help investigate the suspicious chain of events, leading to one of the most memorable and gripping endings in all of film history. Honoring in AFI's 100 Years, 100 Movies for Excellence in Film, Rear Window has also been hailed as one of Alfred Hitchcock's most stylish thrillers. Leonard Maltin's classic movie guide. And so, like, the bonus features, it says Rear Window Ethics, an original documentary, a conversation with screenwriter John Michael Hayes, production photographs. Oh, that sounds interesting. I would like to see the set photos to see like what it was like filming that, and more. Ooh, with an exclamation point. That shows you how exciting it is. And like bonus features not rated, not all subtitled. A lot of bonus features and special features are not rated when it comes to movies, DVDs, special features. Like the DVD cover, the DVD version that I have of the movie Crank, starring Jason Statham, released in 2006. Like at the back, it's rated R, and it says the special features and bonus features not rated. Like a lot of movie DVDs are like that. The movie's rated, but the features, special features and bonus features are not rated. So yeah, again, Alfred Hitchcock's voyeuristic masterpiece. Arguably one of the greatest Alfred Hitchcock's movies of all time. So yeah, like he has to find more clues to charge the guy of murdering his wife, get evidence, prove it, to get the authorities to arrest the guy and stuff like that. And, he's a really cold dude, this antagonist. It slowly progresses. Like, there's this one part, like, spoiler alert, there's this one part where the antagonist looks at the telescope, James Stewart, like, you're looking at his POV, like, he's looking right at you, and it tends to make you feel like, oh, like when I first saw it. I first watched this movie in a film studies class when I was in high school. This was back in my junior year, so it's 6 years ago at this point, almost 7. And I remember, it was my first time hearing about this movie, and I was like, wow. And yeah, like it's, again, great movie, great acting, great script writing, great details, the symbolism too. And I forget if I already mentioned this in this video. This is my second try, by the way, so hopefully this doesn't screw up. Alfred Hitchcock, like in almost all of his movies, I don't know if every single movie he directed or most of them, but in this movie, he makes a cameo appearance in the movie. Where is he, if you may ask? Well, when you watch the movie, keep an eye out for a person who's correcting the hand of one of the clocks in his apartment room. That's him, Alfred Hitchcock himself. And yeah, he made a cameo in other movies like North by Northwest. That's an easy one to spot him in. I won't say where he is in that movie, but it'll be, if you pay attention, it'll be very easy to spot him. The Birds, he's also in. Psycho, he's also in cameo wise. He's really awesome, Hitchcock. It's like very eventful every few minutes. It's not slow. And yeah, like I haven't watched this movie in a few years, but I still remember it in my head like it was yesterday. Like James Stewart, spoiler alert, confronting the antagonist is really awesome. And again, like the acting's not bad. It's really good. Hitchcock envisioned this movie way ahead of time in a very good way. He made sure he had it fully in his mind before starting principal photography, and he did great. Alfred Hitchcock, A plus plus plus. If you're looking over me right now, and like this is one of the major reasons why Alfred Hitchcock is always going to be remembered as one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, even though he's been deceased for about 44 years now at this point. Yeah, because around that time frame length. Because sorry about that sound. It's my bathroom toilet. It always automatically makes that noise. I don't know if it's a sign I have to fix it, but I'll probably call the plumber soon just to check on it. Not the worst that could happen. Anyhow, what was I saying? Oh shoot. Yeah, like I mean, anyhow, it's like, oh gosh, what was I saying? See, if I could actually talk to you viewers right now, you would help me remind me. But maybe it'll come back to my. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, again, like great movie. Great suspense. Oh yeah. I think I remember now. He died back. Alfred Hitchcock died back in 1980. So it's been 44 years. It's 2024 at the time of this recording. So yeah. Rest in peace, Alfred Hitchcock. So yeah, like I totally recommend this movie. 10 out of 10. I wonder if any of the cast members are still alive today. I know James Stewart is deceased, unfortunately. Alfred Hitchcock, again, he's deceased. He was a minor actor in the movie since he directed it, but he's deceased too. It's 1954, so odds are most of these people are most likely deceased. I think last I looked up, there was one person from the movie who was still alive, but this was like 6 years ago since I last researched about this. So odds are things may have changed. I hope not, but I can find out. And you're like, yeah, it's literally a masterpiece. Rear Window, it's good from beginning to end. You'll love it. You'll feel suspenseful all the way. Just try not to spoil it for yourself. Oh, and another thing. Here's the disc. It's just plank with the words on it, silver like this. Like a lot of DVDs now that they do this. I mean, I think it's rare, but there are still some DVDs out there that do it like that. Like they do the pictures. I think it depends on which DVD or Blu-ray version you do. But yeah. And yeah, 1950 classic movie, never gets old. So yeah, Rear Window, everybody. I totally recommend. This movie's 70 years old this year. So yeah, milestone anniversary year. I'm definitely gonna watch it again this year before 2025 hits, so I can celebrate its 70th anniversary. I don't know if the release date anniversary has passed yet, but either way, I'm gonna make sure I celebrate even if it's belated. And yeah, Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, everybody. Totally recommend it. Great, again, to recap, great movie, great suspense, great symbolism, details, acting, great storytelling. Every other minute, something interesting happens, and it's not slow at all. It's so incredibly awesome. So yeah, check this movie out. Really awesome. Rate, favorite, subscribe, even comment, and I'll see and talk to you people later. See you in a bit. Peace.